I'm sharing the recipe to a killer B2B homepage that builds trust and converts. Hey, I'm Sam Dunning, and to grab my free B2B website and SEO playbooks, try out my daily newsletter, or if you're ready to apply to work with me, head over to samdunning.org. There's a test I like to run, which I believe was originally coined by Donald Miller. It's called the Grunt Test. And that means, could you stick your website homepage in front of a caveman sitting in his cave in caveman times? He sees the laptop fired up, he sees your website homepage for the first time, and without having a clue who you are, could he grunt exactly what you do, how it helps him, and how to reach out, how to get in touch or take that next step with you? If you couldn't grunt that within a few seconds, then your website is not hitting the mark. And think of it from a target customer, a target client perspective. If they've came to you perhaps from an ad, from SEO, from an email, from social, been referred over, and they don't quickly get an idea of what you do, what's in it for them, and how to take that next step, then they're probably gonna get frustrated, bounce off your site and head to a competitor that gives them another experience. So it's vital that your website homepage passes that grunt test. So some guilty things that many companies, some bad things that many companies are guilty of in the B2B tech space, for example. So many software or SaaS sites, you'll go onto them and have a headline like a 360-degree all-in-one turbocharged way to 20x your revenue, all-in-one enablement platform. And you've read the headline, you're scrolling through and you're still not exactly sure what they do, the juicy problem they're going to fix for you, or how they're going to improve your life or help you get something done. And you're scrolling away and you're just really not sure if this is actually worth your time or even what they do. And again, you're going to bounce off. So I'm going to share 4 different frameworks for homepage headlines and then a few best practices for your B2B homepage. So jumping straight away, if we look at the site I'm actually building out for my new business, breakingb2b.com, that's being built as I record this. So I've gone with a crystal clear headline. So I've got a small bit of text at the top: Breaking B2B, break free from shit B2B marketing. And our main headline is B2B SEO and web design for revenue, not vanity. So we're going from the angle that a lot of websites are built for ego rather than for focused clients. Our websites and SEO campaigns are actually going to drive qualified leads and revenue. So that's the crystal clear approach. The framework for that is basically we do X that improves Y. Crystal clear way of saying what you do and the end result, and then a clear call to action on the top of this homepage above a fold for book a call. And then we've got a video next to it of myself, just a 1.5 minute video explaining kind of the problems we fix, who we help. So that's action 1. That's option 1 for the homepage headline. Option 2 is going super focused. So I'm looking at wynter.com, WYNTER.com. They help you run message testing for B2B with your target market. So the target market can review your homepage or certain parts of your site and give you feedback on the messaging, what they think, what can be improved. But their headline is Target Market Insights Platform for B2B SaaS marketers. And then it's get answers to your questions about your target customers in under 48 hours. So it's super clear on what they do. Wynter message testing is actually in a very niche specific market. There's not really any other companies that do what they do. So they've been crystal clear on the offer. But another way you could do this, let's say you provided calendar scheduling. A specific way to go in with your headline might be picking out a niche target market that only you serve. So that's how you stand out, because that's your differentiator. So it could be calendar scheduling made easy for construction companies, for example, or remove the headaches from calendar scheduling for your construction business. So that's another way of the specific example on example 2. Number 3 example for headline is ProblemCentric. So I'm looking at Proposify.com. These guys help you make sales proposals and documents to speed up your sales process. So their headline is untangle your sales document process with the leading proposal software. And then the subheadline, Proposify proposal software helps growing teams remove document bottlenecks, get visibility into the most important stage of your sales cycle, the close. So they're basically saying that building out sales documents, sales proposals can be a headache. You can make your life a lot easier, save the back and forth. You can untangle, which is a really nice way of describing it, and basically get sales proposals that are going to close deals. So think about a juicy problem or a headache that prospects typically come to you to fix. And in your headline, you're talking about how you remove that headache in one clear sentence. So that's option 3, talking about the problem that you fix in your headline and how you address it. And then they've got a couple clear call to actions. So above the fold, they've got start a free trial, book a demo, and then next to that, they've got their video, so you can get a snapshot of the demo before actually booking a call with sales. And then the last option, so option 4 for headline that you could go for, which I quite like, is picking an enemy. So what is it you hate about your industry that you're completely against? So in our case, for B2B SEO and web design and dev, that could be most B2B SEO companies promise the earth and deliver jack. Whereas we don't work with everyone. We take the time to understand your goals and the outcomes you want to achieve to see if we can help with you. We only work with a select few B2B service or technology companies. It's basically going against what you hate about your industry. Think about that one thing that prospects moan about, bitch about all the time. How do you address that? How are you different? And you can leverage that in your homepage. So that's option 4 that you can go for. So if we talk about typical best practices for the actual general layout of a homepage, we've talked about the headline. Typically you'll have a call to action above the fold before scroll. That might be request a call. You could also have a lighter touch headline like view our results, view our customer case studies, or maybe download a free lead magnet or get a free guide or something like that. Usually you want an image. If you're a software company, you want to be able to show the goods before people need to speak to sales. So look at Proposalify, for example, they've got a video demo. You might have an interactive demo if you're a software service, or if you're more of a service provider, you might have a video example, or you might have example of client results. Then usually just before scroll, you've got kind of example logos of companies you've helped. So for example, on my Breaking B2B site, I've got B2B tech and service companies trust us to deliver sales pipeline and some logos, some of the key brands that we've helped, and then a link out, a call to action to view those customer results. Then usually as you scroll down, you've got more in-depth details about the offer or the service. Then typically some customer results, so testimonials. I like to have testimonials with the client pictures, so you can actually link a face to the name, their name, and then their job role. So for example, I've got Justin Rowe, who's from the #1 B2B LinkedIn ads agency, Impactable, and then a description of kind of why he recommends me and our team and how we can help. And then just above the bottom of the site on the footer, we've got another call to action, see if we can grow your B2B business, and then book a call. Whereas Winter, they've got a similar framework on their message testing site. They've got the headline, they've got either schedule a demo or sign up free as their call to actions. They've got a nice GIF that literally shows the product in action, because you've got to remember, if you're a software company, people want to see the offer and how it works before they're ready to speak to sales. You want to remove that buyer anxiety, show some proof of results, show them how you help, how the tool's going to improve their business or fix a problem. And again, they've got logos of brands they helped, some proof of results for some brands. And then as you scroll down, they're telling you about how the product works. They've got more images of the offer, some testimonials, describing exactly how this fixes kind of prospects' pain points, talking about some of the results they achieve, i.e. 75% increase in X result. And then they've got a bit of a demo and then call to action to either sign up free or book another demo there just above the footer. So generally, that's a framework that I recommend for homepages. I don't recommend making your homepage too long, as the further you scroll down, typically the less people actually engage with the site. So usually the longer it is, often the less people will actually scroll down. You've got to remember, if someone's jumping on your homepage, they're usually, unless they know you well already, they're time sensitive. If they're stumbling across your website from an ad, from an SEO, organic search, email, social, recommendation, whatever, they just want to flick on, get a clear idea of what you do, juicy problem you fix, how it's going to help them, kind of see those proof of results from the brands you've worked with, testimonials, etc. Get a bit of a clearer idea of what you do, and then they're either going to flick on further through your site, perhaps through service pages, testimonial results pages, learn a bit more, maybe check out some of your free resources, and then when they're ready, they're going to schedule that call or request that demo. And there you have it. I hope you found my homepage breakdown of use. If you want to grab more B2B SEO and website tips and playbooks, try out my daily newsletter, or if you're ready to apply to work with me, head over to samdunning.org. Cheers for tuning in.